Ahoy there, Legion! How y'all doing today? We got ourselves a rambly, updatey, podcasty sort of video thing for you today. So that means low to no emphasis on visuals. So just feel free to pop in a headphone and do whatever you're going to do, because this one's just sort of one of those rambly videos. First things first, last call on Valkyr, Venka, and Cernos Prime parts, namely the Relics Forum. They're going away September 25th. So you got about 2 to 3 decent grinding in-game days for it. Pretty much once the 25th hits, though, I wouldn't hold your breath. So try to get them early if you can. And if you have the relics, they ain't going away. Just they will no longer drop. And I think they're being replaced with Scaly Boy. Chroma. There we go. Alrighty. Wanted to do a channel update for a while, but also really couldn't. And that's sort of why. IRL shenanigans. Pretty rough lately. You might notice the video output has been lower, though that I would more specifically put on DE's shoulders with lack of content, but we'll save that for another video. Issues in real life. So I got about 2 weeks right in the middle of October, which is when I'm assuming Fortuna is actually going to launch, because the last, Sacrifice, that launched to the day. I had stuff I had to do in real life and I couldn't get out of it. So I pretty much saw that lining up. Like, well, that's going to come out then. So fingers crossed for y'all that middle of October is going to be Fortuna's release, because I won't be able to really touch it. So that's going to continue the irony. And also, again, pretty much right darn center in November as well. But the issue with that one is that's not even including Thanksgiving and the rush / bustle and all that to Christmas, when things tend to slow down anyway, because, you know, again, IRL priorities and shenanigans. So just sort of a heads up on that. Can't really do much about it. I am not pleased with it, but what can you do? Just want to let you all know. So it's been a while, been a little slow. There's really nothing like positive that I could mention about it other than, wow, this sucks, doesn't it? Yep. So I just kind of keep that to myself. But I did want to check in a little bit on that. I do have some good news though, and I'd like to share that. The one Warframe Madness Combat animation thing I mentioned quite a few times, but more so recently, that I actually got some solid work in on. I have characters now to animate, so that's fun. Only downside with that is I was sort of looking at Madness Combat to see how that panned out and the gaps in time that increased as, you know, the series went on. So I figured instead of just sort of throwing stuff at the screen and seeing what looks good at the moment, I kind of wanted to have a set storyline in place of where it's going and how. So in my head, that would be sort of a planetary, you know, in order, bosses at the end. That seems to time up pretty good with that sort of a style. And also throw in any references to plotline quests and stuff like that, and make sure they're in there. Also, somewhat realistically, what weapons you would have at that sort of power level. So that would also change out, so it wouldn't be the same weapons over and over again. So that'd be kind of cool. Also, that animation technically I haven't really done yet. Basically, you got your script, your audio, and then you animate to that. That's what I'm used to. This one is you just animate it, whatever looks good, and then you throw the sound effects in afterwards, and that's kind of boggling to me. So that's going to take a little bit to grasp as well. Though, I did run across what I believe, well, what I know is actually going to be Warframe Masterpiece number 2. Really cool story. Involves a rework and a Russian rhino. So I'm actually going to dip my toe in that animation with that video, because obviously there's a script involved with that, so I can follow along with the animation, and there you go. So I can do that. I'm probably going to put him on screen now just to give you a little glimpse of what he looks like, if I didn't already. And so that's coming out soon. So those two are there. And speaking of boggling as well, there's an entirely new sort of concept, for me anyway. It's not that it hasn't been done before, but my videos tend to focus on guides, doing them as quickly and concise as possible, but, you know, some little dab of humor in there, little dab, just a little bit. And these videos I thought were a nice change, and it also wouldn't rely so heavily on guides, because if there's no content to how-to, I got no how-tos. But long story short on that one, I'm going to wait until I have either three completed scripts or 3 completed videos before I really talk about that. So I think the actual next date of video from us is probably going to be pretty much a week from today, because it's going to be a dev stream recap. Focuses on audio, unfortunately. Those tend to be fillers even more so than the normal ones. I thought after TennoCon it'd get better, but oh boy. So I'm going to try to get that out to you ASAP. but no guarantee. So fingers crossed on that one for you, Legion. But that's sort of the update right there. I'm just going to thank you for watching and cut it here. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. And I'll catch you next time, Legion. Take care.